in its true form today with an objective to help our research scholars. So this one-day national workshop, which is organized by Research and Development Cell, Ma Manikeshwari University, Bhavani Patna. In this auspicious morning, I, with all humility, welcome all our esteemed guests, and it is also my proud privilege to welcome all the dignitaries, faculty members, HODs, and also our research scholars, students present here. First, I humbly welcome our esteemed Honorable Madam Vice Chancellor Dr. Nivedita Nath, President for today's inaugural session. Madam, we welcome you heartily. I also feel glad to welcome Professor Subho Roy, Professor and Head, Biological Anthropology Unit, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata. Sir has given his consent and with us today as chief guest. Thank you, sir. We welcome you with all humility. I welcome Professor Rajiv Padhi, sir, Professor, Department of Physics and Deputy Registrar, Sambalpur University, as guest of honor. I also equally happy to welcome Professor Manoranjan Mishra, sir, Professor, Department of Geography, Fakirmoni University, Odisha, as guest of honor. I do feel very happy to welcome Major Dr. Jaydev Sahu, Deputy Registrar, Ma Manikeshwari University, as special guest. And now I request all our esteemed guests to go to the Prode of Ma Manikeshwari and do the sacred lighting. Light stands to quench the evils of the life, gives the brightness to the light. So this is a moment of light.
साथ कटे साइड हो ठीक है साइड
I request the convener of this program, Director of Research and Development Cell, Dr. Rajkishore Mahana sir, to come over the dais and please be seated, sir. So, it is a mark of token of love, respect, and kind of having connection with our esteemed guests. So now we just go to the part of felicitation, as we believe once the guest comes to our home, we must greet them with our love. So to do the honor, now I request esteemed Vice Chancellor of our university to felicitate the chief guest of the occasion. And I request our PhD scholars to facilitate the things. Flota de flota. The Professor Sir Subarai is felicitated by our esteemed Vice Chancellor Ma'am. And just a token of love, sir, from our side. Now I request Ma'am Vice Chancellor to felicitate Professor Manoranjan Mishra, Professor Department of Geography, Fakir University, guest of honor for this inaugural session, Professor Manoranjan Mishra. I also request our chief guest, sir, please sir, to take little trouble to felicitate Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Nivedita ma'am.
It's not a trouble, it's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. That is your generosity, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your greatness, sir. Now I request Sir Manoranjan Mishra to felicitate our Deputy Registrar, Dr. Major Jayadal Sahu, sir. Manoranjan sir to felicitate our Deputy Registrar, Major Dr. Jayadal Sahu, sir. Thank you so very much, Ma'am esteemed Vice Chancellor Ma'am, for doing the needful and honor. Thank you so much, our chief guest of honor.
On behalf of the university, I'd like to felicitate the convener and co-conveners of this workshop who, they have given their effort and time and they plan for this workshop. I request the volunteers to open.
This was Madam not required.
You have organized.
Thank you so very much. Moving on to the next step of the program, I would like to request Director Research and Development Cell, Dr. R.K. Mahana sir, who is also convener of this program, to give the inaugural address and introduction to the theme. Please, sir.
A very warm and good morning to all present here. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nivedita Nath Ma'am, respected Registrar, Sri Pitambar Bhoi sir in absentia, esteemed Chief Guest of the day, Professor Shubha Roy sir, Head of Biological Anthropological Unity, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, revered guest of honor, Professor Rajiv Padi sir, who is arriving shortly, respected guest of honor, Professor Manoranjan Mishra sir, Professor Department of Geography, FM University, Baleshwar, respected Deputy Registrar, Dr. Major Jadhav Sahu sir, Controller of Finance, Mr. Suresh Pidisika sir in absentia, my dear co-conveners, Dr. Chitrasan Bhue, Head Department of Economics, Dr. Kailash Chandra Das, Head Department of Political Science, DSW Dr. Madhulika Sahu, Director Academics Dr. Virendra Suna sir, all heads of department and other faculty members, and my dear colleagues of my department, Dr. Kumuchandra Naik, Dr. Dhananjay Kumar, Mr. Chiranjeev Sabar, Mr. Dr. Madhulika Sahu, Mr. Purnachandra Baradi, Mr. Ratnakar Pallai, my dear PhD scholars, persons, those who supported us, and my dear loving students and media persons. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to this one-day national workshop on academic writing and publishing, organized by the Research and Development Cell, Ma Manikeshwari University, Bhavanipatna. At the heart of academic excellence lies the power of writing, the ability to articulate our thoughts, analyze complex problems, and contribute to the never-expanding universe of knowledge. As Albert Einstein famously said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Today, we gather here as seekers of knowledge, driven by that very curiosity to refine our skills in scholarly writing and publishing. Academic writing is more than just a technical exercise. It's an art, it's a discipline, it's a responsibility too. It's the bridge between research and impact, between ideas and change. However, PhD scholars and early faculty members often grapple with very serious questions. How do I structure my thesis properly? What makes a research paper stand out? How do I navigate the complexity of academic publishing? How can I ensure my work upholds the highest standard of ethics and integrity? To address all these challenges, the workshop is structured around three important themes: mastering the art of thesis writing. A well-structured thesis is the foundation of a scholar's academic journey. We will explore how to craft a compelling argument, develop coherence, and avoid common pitfalls. Second theme, mastering the art of research paper writing. Writing for academic journal requires clarity, originality, and rigor. We will discuss strategies to develop impactful papers, navigate journal requirements, and ensure proper citation and referencing. Number third theme, publishing ethically, choosing the right journal and maintaining research integrity. In an era where predatory journals pose a real threat, it's essential to understand journal rankings, the peer review process, and ethical research practices. As scholars, we must remember the words of Isaac Newton. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Academic writing allows us to build upon knowledge who have given before us, while contributing new perspectives for future generations. I am delighted to have with us experienced academicians, journal editors, and research mentors who will guide us through this enriching journey today. I encourage each one of you to actively participate, engage in discussion, and make the most out of this opportunity. Once again, I welcome you all to this intellectually stimulating workshop. May today's discussion sharpen our writing skills, broaden our academic perspectives, inspire us to uphold the highest standard of research excellence. Thank you, and let us begin this journey together. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you really reflected upon certain very, very important aspects of research in the form of technique providing idea for our research scholars. Of course, as you said, sir, that curiosity to refine the skill, we all have to master that skill, and we must have that curiosity to know. So research basically is questing to find out something new. As you have very effectively put forth your view by saying it is academic writing is not just an art, it is also responsibility. Yes, sir, it is a fact. Academic writing is not a matter of joke, it is not a cakewalk, it is highly a responsible action. So as you have suggested to our PhD scholars, our research scholars, they will definitely follow your ideas. So without delay, I also now welcome Major Dr. Jayadev Sahu to give his special address in this occasion. Major Dr. Jayadev Sahu, Deputy Registrar, Marketing Solutions.
Thank you, sir. We do not have time to address everybody. So, all the invited guests, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, convener, co-conveners, and my dear colleagues, scholars, and dear students, we shall listen to our speakers, so we should not waste time here because they are the expert on the subject. So, on behalf of the university, I do welcome all esteemed guests, and I have heard a lot about the speakers, and so let us listen to them. Madam also told me to speak very briefly. I won't take time. This is another academic conquest. I use the word conquest, academic conquest. We have been conquering every day some territories, and this is another territory we are going to conquer. So most welcome to this discussion and workshop. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for a very short and touchy address to our research scholars and the guests here. So now, with all humility, I request Professor Manoranjan Mishra, sir, guest of honor for today's occasion, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
So a very gracious and blissful morning to everyone. So most esteemed Vice Chancellor in charge, Dr. Nivedita Nathman, Chief Guest of the day, Professor Subha Rai, and also guest of honor, Professor Rajiv Pardi, and also I think the organizer of these particular workshop, Dr. R.K. Mahana, and colleagues from Manekswari University, and scholars and students. So I'm very glad like in a state university, some kind of priority is given to R&D. Normally we don't find much, means if you see the whole state university which is in Odisha, so the most neglected part is research and development. And that is the thing which can give some kind of recognition to the university. So before I start, because I start with some quotation from Einstein, research is not a formula, it's a journey. Try to understand, like scholars, it's a journey, it's not a formula. So whatever we are going to teach, it's our own experiences. And other thing, like working in a small university, because I did my PhD in JNU. After that, I worked around the world also, then come and settle in Odisha. So I just think of from a small village, from my place till to JNU, I find like my low middle class mentality. Okay, like mentality means every day you have to put yourself in a difficult position. Then you get a solution. There is something which innovation, creativity comes. So like in state universities, people used to complain a lot because we don't have infrastructures, we don't have technology, we don't have training. That's the reason we don't do R&D. But still I think there is a lot of opportunities where you can be part with any IITs. Usually there are a lot of technology. So I just think like in my childhood, they say that hard work. I think when I look into my journey, I think it's more smartness rather than hard work. No, like you see academic writing, publication skill is 50% science, more art, which I learned when I went outside. I think same story which I was writing here, published in a low impact factor journal. Someone who replicated in other part of the world, he was smart enough to publish in a 10 impact factor. So there I learned that there is something art which you have to learn. Apart from that, you have to do science. No, like in state university, we discuss like minimum requirement, maximum adjustment. If you don't follow this policy, so you cannot follow your passion. Research is always a passion. I think, like anybody, there is nothing like brand or something like that. It's only if you yourself has a passion to do something different. And like if I define research, it's search again and again for creation of new knowledge. And other thing is like it can be either come from data, you are meaning it becomes information, or you translate wisdom to knowledge. What we are talking about indigenous knowledge systems. It's the wisdom which has to be translated. And I think I will be talking in the second half more on the journal matrix, authors matrix, and I think some kind of tools where you can really choose the journal. You should understand the process because everybody does science. But thing is, if you are systematic, you understand the process, you know exactly how much time is required from the day of submission till it get published, you should understand. But there are a lot of issues you should understand, like there is a lot of journals which is coming up like MDPI. So they publish, they used to compromise. So there are a lot of fake predator journals are there. This should be, but if you use a database, you can do that. So before I want to say, like, I don't know exactly what stage you are at research scholars, but still I will say the first year journey should be journey from your research problem till the action plan you carried out in the ground. That journey you can get 3 quality papers, high impact factor papers, that's called as review papers. 3 review papers, one is bibliometric, symptometric, or you can go for structural literature review, meta-analysis or meta-synthesis. These are, you don't go to field or you don't go to your lab. You can create these papers. And these are highly cited papers. If you go to anyone, if you see the citation, you see the high impact factor journals are all review journals. So that is why if you do this for 1 year, so your journey will be hassle free for next 2 years, because you learn many things and you say that this is a new word. Then the smallest story comes from the, I think, is the result section. It says low impact factor. So if it is at a global scale or something local which is connected to global, then only it becomes, you can publish in, you can say high impact factor. If not, it will be a low impact factor journals. Okay, so that is why when I see any thesis, I usually look for a scholar has to at least do 6 to 7 good impact factor paper. Then we submit it. Okay, as a supervisor, my job is to facilitate my student that you publish this paper. Okay, I have to train it. And what I am trying to say, there is no dearth of technology. Right now, cloud computing, IoT, databases are there. So just to get these one, make scientific stories. What I am saying, when you identify your research problem, 4 things you have to keep in mind. First thing, how many scientific papers or productivity I am going to produce next 3 years. Second is there any industrial product or something which right now the NEP is talking about, some translational product, either it may be industry or society or policy.